Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. Fury!
Someone looking for me? Oh, why if it isn't the Traveler and his companion. So what brings you here? Do you need help with anything? We want to visit the mysterious island. The mysterious island, huh? Is there something wrong? I'm assuming you two are already aware that this island is related to a legend of my people. Yeah, but now that you mention it, we don't know anything about the actual legend yet. Then allow me to explain it to you two. It is said that the first chief of the people of the Springs was the most outstanding guide in all of Netland. He discovered many deserted domains and found countless treasures. But to prove himself once more, he embarked on yet another journey in search of a legendary, mysterious island. He endured many hardships along the way, but he persevered and managed to reach the island amidst. Since then... Oh, that makes sense! So could you tell us how to get to that island? On the contrary, it's quite the opposite. The legend... Oh! Well, then what's the problem? Well, I'm willing to answer your question. Sure thing! Then you have my thanks. Allow me to tell you some... I'll be honest. There are some among the tribe who are of rather base character. Not long ago, I received a report that as the chief of the tribe, I was very ashamed to hear. It's really hard to believe that could happen. They are targeting tourists who wish to visit that island. According to my sources, they would trick tourists into believing they are trustworthy guides before luring the tourists into spending a fortune for the sake of reaching the island. They run a pretty sophisticated operation. They would always claim the scammed money is some kind of legal travel expenditure, so it's hard to use that to directly convict them. So, I was hoping to find someone who could approach them and pretend to get scammed. Doing so would allow us to gather the evidence required to bring them to justice. The problem is, they would certainly recognize anyone associated with me, which is why I haven't been able to carry out the plan yet. Oh, Paimon understands now! We're the perfect bait because we're both tourists. Exactly! And as far as I know, you two are no pushovers. No matter what nefarious schemes they may come up with, you'll be perfectly capable of protecting yourselves, right? You betcha! If it's just a few scammers we're talking about, he'll take them all down! Wonderful! Whoa, that's a lot of Mora! Did we already earn a bonus? There will be plenty of rewards if you manage to catch those scoundrels. This Mora, however, is for other purposes. I'm sure some spending will be required on your part before they lower their guard. I certainly wouldn't expect you to pay out of your own pockets. So please use the Mora as needed, and collect as much evidence as possible. No wonder you're the chief. Seems like you've already thought of everything. Okay, we'll take it from here. I've marked the location of the scammers on your map. I'll leave the rest to you two.
Wind rises. Squall and fury.
Now let's see if anyone around here looks like a scammer. Oh, right. We should pretend we are innocent tourists with no idea about what's going on. But how should we lure those scammers out? Good idea! Speaking of which, Paimon's dying to know what kind of treasures could be buried on the mysterious island. Wonder if anyone's ever really seen them before?
Ah! Are you two visitors from afar looking to visit the mysterious island?
Oh, looks like we managed to lure them out already. Oh, pardon.
I just happened to overhear you.
Hello, Paimon.
In that case, as the legend said, be that as it may, the journey to the island is full of untold perils and dangers. It would be nigh impossible for any average person to reach the island. But you are in luck. Allow me to tell you the purpose of our services. It just so happens that our mission as guides is to help visitors avoid danger, find shortcuts, and successfully reach their destination. Please, there's no need to worry. This was just one point I had to make perfectly clear. Although the legend and the clues to finding the island are known to everyone, the leads left behind by our ancestors are as enigmatic as riddles found on a lost treasure map. Only guides bestowed with the legacy of our ancestors can correctly decipher the clues. Tourists who rashly embark on their own often wind up lost and encounter unnecessary dangers.
Huh. He actually sounds pretty convincing.
But it seems like fate has brought us together. So, what say you to having me as your guide?
So how much will you charge us?
Not to worry. I don't intend to charge any fees.
So you'd be working for free?
For us, people of the Springs, guiding guests to the mysterious island.
Smooth. Paimon almost wants to believe him. All right,
Of course. Please, follow me.
The wind rises. Quit following me. Huh. Behold! The wind rises. Squall and fury.
Are you two here to take pictures with the Koholosaurs?
really? Can we?
Ahem.
Huh? Oh, you two must be here to seek insight.
Ata?
Shh, not so loud. Openly saying their name in such a manner will only cause them to loathe you.
I apologize for not explaining earlier. As you can see, Ata is the elder Koholosaur. My senior, Ata is highly respected among the tribe and is far more knowledgeable than other Koholosaurs. They say that therefore, we must rely on Ata.
Really? But
You need only slowly approach Ata. Once Ata has confirmed your scent, but no need to worry. The ability to interpret this language is one of the basic skills required of a guide from the people. I can understand Ata's instruction.
all right, then let's give it a try.
That'll be 10.
Huh?
In order for Atta to give us insight, they must recall their past, which can be extremely taxing for a Kaholosaur. Costs to maintain their health can be quite high, and
I'm sorry. Such expenses may arise in the
There you have it. Paimon knew there was no such thing as a free lunch. Oh, Paimon has an idea. She bets they've just made up all that stuff about the talking Kaholosaur. But if we can get a receipt with that kind of evidence...
what's taking them so long? Well, what do you say? I'll even throw in a group photo of you two with Atta.
Oh, that's an unexpected bonus. Quick, let's pay the man.
Behold!
Whoa, Atta...
You can also pose now if you'd like a photo together.
Okay.
Oh, Atta is already speaking? Let me listen to what they have to say. Oh, I see.
Could you really get anything from that noise?
Of course! Like I said, only a guide like me can understand their language. Let's follow Atta's instructions and proceed to the next area.
Here's your group photo. I even packaged it up for free.
Any chance we could get a receipt for that?
No problem at all. Here you go.
Please, come with me.
We still have a lot of the Chief's Mora to use. Why don't we keep up the act and gather some more evidence? These guys are going way too far. He keeps coming up with some far-fetched reasons to make us pay for everything. With all the evidence we have now, we could bring him straight to the... But after handing over all that Mora, Paimon kinda wants to see if he'll actually take us to the island.
Sorry to keep you waiting. After all the clues we've gathered, I've...
Oh, all right.
The wind rises.
This is the spot. The trails of sunlight will guide the way. Once you cross the rushing water, the light of the setting sun shall reveal everything. Atta's insights have already pointed us to the destination. It's just on the opposite bank.
You mean we're almost there? Huh. But there wasn't even anything exciting about this journey.
As I said before, this is a shortcut. If I took you on some arduous path after all the Mora you spent, that wouldn't make me look like a good guide, don't you think? Anyway, there's no time to lose. We need to get there before sunset.
Behold!
According to Atta's insights, This is the place.
You mean...
Yes, I've led you to the island just as I promised, which means it's time for me to...
Hold on! Are you serious? This is supposed to be the island? Then what about the treasure? And look at these wooden signs and artificial lights! Even we can tell it's fake!
All that stuff about treasure is just part of the legend. I didn't make it...
Huh. Since you seem to have dropped the act, then there's no need for... We were commissioned by the chief...
You sure? Then what's written on the...
Huh. Let's see.
I took you all this way just to buy enough time for the handwriting to disappear. Even if you were to go back to the people you paid, you'd only find that they were using fake names, making them impossible to track. You want to report me for scamming tourists? Then be my guest. I'll just say that I'm being falsely accused. With that settled, I'll be going.
Now he's trying to get away! It's the chief!
What's the chief doing here?
I had dispatched others to secretly trail you. Thanks to you, we can finally convict him of scamming people.
Convict me? How? They don't have any evidence against me.
Sorry to say it, but he got us.
Not to worry. Let's search him first.
Hey, what are you doing? Keep your hands off me! That's my Mora!
Yes, I see the mark. Looks like you already split the Mora before you let them here.
What do you mean?
The Mora that the Traveler and Paimon were using today were all provided by me. They all have a special mark on them.
You...
So, there must be an explanation why the Mora that should have been theirs ended up in your... There are no receipts to prove that any transactions took place.
Take Mora from others by force?
You...
We have witnesses standing right here, you know.
Fine. Yes, it was...
Woohoo! No wonder you're the chief of the tribe!
I still don't understand how so many people have been getting duped by them. You need only stop and think for a moment to see through the whole thing. If he claims to be able to find a shortcut to the mysterious island, then why hasn't he just gone there and claimed the treasure for himself? Why even
That's a good point. Speaking of, have any guides from the people of this...
I can answer this question along with your previous one about how to get there. The answer is actually there is no shortcut to the island, and most people don't even meet the requirement to ever reach it. If you don't meet this single condition, then even guides from the people of the springs, despite all of their... Which is exactly why, even though the clues to the mysterious island are open to the
There's a requirement?
Let me ask you something first. What do you think a real journey to the mysterious island should be like?
It should probably involve...
And therein lies the key point. Overcoming heart, it's said that when the first chief set out to search for the island, the ones who accompanied him were not clients. The legend also mentioned that only those willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to... Therefore, the requirement to reach the island...
So that...
From what I can see, but
That's true.
But don't feel discouraged, whether it's remote islands or ancient ruins. And let me tell you a secret. The elders... Or maybe someone already discovered. No matter. If you two want to go adventuring elsewhere...
Yeah, thanks for...
Oh, I cannot...
A guide we could trust with our lives? Oh, who...
Oh! It appears you've already made up your minds. Then I'll be
Okay, bye-bye!
Quit following me. Too slow. The wind rises. Huh. Behold!
Sorry, we don't carry any black swimming floaters here.
But why? Black floaters look really cool.
May I ask whether you've had some bad luck lately?
Well, yeah, sorta. The last pair of black floaters I bought ended up getting bitten by Coholosaur. I nearly drowned. Which is why I want to buy some new ones.
I knew it. I specifically asked an expert from the Masters of the Nightwind about this once. Black floaters bring bad luck.
Really?
Also, have you by any chance become a mosquito magnet? Or found yourself overheating? Maybe even suffering a little heat stroke?
Yeah, that's exactly how I've been feeling. It's all starting to make sense now.
In that case, I'd recommend either pink or blue swimming floaters. According to the experts, bright colors can not only lift your mood, but also bring good luck. I'll even offer you a discount if you'd like. Just see it as—
You'd really do that?
You got it. Ahem. Well, hello there! If it isn't the Traveler and—
It's been a while, Moo. Was all the blue floaters really bring good luck?
Of course.
Whoa,
But let's get back to why you're here. Come on, don't be strangers now. I can give you whatever—
No, we actually came here to ask you to be our guide.
Well, you've come to the right person. So, where do you want to go?
We want to visit the mysterious island.
A trip to the mysterious island.
Do you have any concern?
I assume you're already aware of how difficult the trip will be, right?
Yep, your chief has already made that pretty clear. But with our adventuring experience and with you as our guide, we'll definitely be able to reach the mysterious island.
Then I'll have to explain some things to you first. I learned all my skills as a guide from Uncle New, and he's the best guide in the whole tribe. With a good guide to lead the way, a journey should usually be fun and pleasant. But since it's you two asking, it's just my duty.
Paimon thought this would... Paimon will feel really guilty to make a friend go through a bunch of trouble just for the sake of finding some... Mualani?
Whoa, what's the hurry?
Come on, what are you waiting for? Kolo just got back to the tribe.
Oh, Kolo's back. Wait,
Who's Kolo?
Oh, he's currently ranked as the #1 guide in the people.
Really?
He's always out and... let me put up the closed sign first. Okay.
The wind rises. Huh, too slow.
the crystals you asked for can only be found in caverns deeper than 500 meters underground. Here, have a look for yourself. As for the people you asked me to take along, they almost all got lost in a cave. Out of my sense of duty as a guide, I brought them all back. Next time, just save the trouble and let me go alone.
Indeed. Well done.
No wonder he's the best. I wouldn't dare to go—
I wonder how much he made this time.
Whoa, it really does sound like a super amazing guide. Do you think you could get some pointers from him, Mualani?
Ko'olo always treats his experience like trade secrets. He never tells anyone anything about being a—
Oh, okay.
But one day, I'll also be able to—
That's him, right? Do you really think you'll be able to get his—
Allow me to do the You must be the top guide of your tribe. I have a commission that I hope you—
That guy sure looks familiar. Oh, aren't those two the scholars from Sumeru who were bitten by the Koholas? They also wanted to go to the mysterious island, right? Seems they finally realized that they need a guide.
A commission? Since you've obviously heard about my abilities, have you also happened to hear about my rates? If you're not intimidated by the price, then we can talk.
Yes, I've looked into everything I need to know. As long as the trip is—
Oh? And where is it you want to go?
The mysterious island.
Just as time on that.
But first, please don't misunderstand. I'm no tourist. I wish to visit the real place.
You hear that? He wants to go to the island.
In that case, Ko'olo's the only one for the job. But the journey to the island requires a lot more.
Since you want to visit the real mysterious island, then I'm sure you've also heard about the required.
Yes, I know. According to the legend, only those who are willing to entrust their lives to one another. I must reach that island, even if that means putting my life in someone else's hands. I have made up my mind.
Don't waste your words on me. The way I see it, the requirement is just a way to weed out those who do not have the skills to reach the island.
You...
You say you'd put your life in somebody else's hands? Ridiculous. Even if someone were to trust me with their life, let's look at it the other way around. Why would I place my life in the hands of someone whose abilities are far below mine? That many guides in the tribe have received commissions like this, only to end up bogged down by their incompetent clients long before reaching. How do you think I reached the mysterious island? I made it because—
Well, I'm different. I'm no—
That doesn't make much of a difference to me. I can tell you're just new student over there.
What's up with that guy's attitude? Paimon takes back everything nice she said about him.
I have things to do now.
Hold on, Ko'olo.
What's wrong? I'm only introducing a potential client to you because I know you're a teacher. In fact, I'd say it's quite the opportunity.
Never mind that for now. I don't agree with your views on the island.
I know. You're just the same as him. You both obviously hope to prove yourselves, but still think that you have to follow the legend to the letter, waiting for a cumbersome client to find you before even trying to set off.
Mualani?
The rare ores I brought back are proof that I've been to the island. But as for New, where's his proof? Why don't you wait until he's actually found?
I'm really sorry. I just wanted to take you to
That Ko'olo's...
I know.
Oh,
Of course not. But it's hard to prove anything to him unless you've actually been to the island. That's right. It's just that I've always seen the journey as something super important and not to be taken lightly. I was really surprised when you asked me to be your guide today. After telling you about all the dangers with such a serious face, I didn't make you think that you're causing me trouble, did I?
Actually, Paimon did think about taking our invite back.
No, please don't do that. Actually, that is also a part of what Uncle New taught me as a guide. The difficulty of the trip is the very first thing that needs to be clearly laid out to the group. If you want a chance of reaching the destination together, you must first reach a consent. I always felt that my teacher. So, as Uncle New's student, I've always wanted to complete the trip to prove his.
But don't you have that with the help of the renowned traveler and...
Oh, Paimon. Come on, bring it in.
Aw, you're making Paimon blush!
Alrighty then. If we're gonna go, we should start preparing right away. I've already had the plans for this trip written out for some time. Come with me.
Oh, it's that scholar guy. Paimon almost forgot he was still here.
Scholar guy? My name is Varumdra. Please use it.
I didn't expect to see you again, Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, and it's that lady too! Hello again!
Excuse me, Miss Guide. Since we've been referred to you, would it be okay for us to join your journey?
I'm Mualani. Just call me by. As for whether or not you can come along, I'm sure you've already heard the requirements. We've only just met, and I'm not sure you're cut out for this trip.
Oh.
I admit that after coming to Natlan, I've encountered many things outside of my field of expertise. It's understandable you're worried that we'll slow you down. So how about we'll set off with you as ordinary travel companions, and I'll pay you the usual commission fees. But we won't In other words, you needn't shoulder the responsibility of being our guide. And even if something were to happen to us, your reputation as a...
If you accompany us, then you are a member of the team. I could never agree to such a careless deal.
So you still refuse? Fine. Kariel, put the more for the return trip in your backpack. Without a guide, the road ahead may be dangerous, so please don't follow me.
Ramdra?
Now he wants to go alone? Why is this guy so
Wait! Please don't do this in front of a guide. I can't let a tourist go on some dangerous journey.
I'm so sorry for the trouble. Really.
Don't say that. Although it'd be inappropriate to bring along two strangers I just met, there is another solution. How about this? Let's meet up tomorrow morning at the monument near the tribe's southeastern...
So you've decided to accept my offer?
No. My plan is to use some of our time together to turn you from strangers...
That's your plan?
Wonderful. On behalf of both
Pretty sure only Mualani could come up with a plan like that.
We need to get started on our preparations. Come with me.
Behold!
Hey, Alappa. I've got some business for you.
We've been over this before. The name's Yellowfath.
I know. It's just that Laffa sounds so much cuter.
Well, since you're the customer here, I guess whatever floats your boat.
I need a camping tent with all the accessories. Only the best you've got.
Another commission, huh? Just so you know, a full tent according to your standards is gonna be pricey. Is your client covering the bill?
How much are we talking?
Don't worry about the costs. I'll take care of it.
Oh, but that's not right.
Let's make this clear, Traveler and Paimon. We're not working together.
Oh, no! We're traveling as close friends who trust each other with anything!
That's what I thought. Honestly, I can be a little picky when it comes to camping equipment, and I don't want my friends to be paying for me. We're ready, Laffa.
Your total is 200,000.
Isn't that still a lot?
Just imagine us in the wilderness, okay? We can either sleep out in the open, tired and weary, or simply spend a week.
You call that a week's worth of pocket money?
That's not important. We still need to buy some equipment from another store. Come with me.
Swan Fury!
Afternoon, Uncle On.
You call me uncle, but I'm old enough to be your grandfather, you know.
Because you're still young, Uncle On. Hey, can you help me find something kinda rare? I can negotiate the price. What do you say?
All right. What are you looking for?
A record player. Specifically, the kind that's convenient to take camping.
Ah, that model is pretty rare indeed. I thought it'd be nice to keep it as a prized collectible in the shop.
Uncle On.
Just don't break it, okay? I'll even buy it back.
Thanks, Uncle On.
A record player? Does that mean we need to buy
Yep, and that's our next stop. Hey, Paka Paka.
Mualani?
You'd be the first I'd sign with if I ever did, but not today. I just want to buy a record.
That's
Maybe I can think of a...
Whoa. Then we could produce some really wild tunes. You've got a deal.
Nice. That's the record.
What do we need it for anyway?
Well, I asked a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind for some advice once, and apparently, playing this song at night is an effective way to keep travelers safe and sound.
Is that really a thing? Well, if it doesn't cost much, that's enough.
You know how it goes, Mualani. 20,000 mora for this record. That's the best I can do.
Deal.
Looks like Milani really is rich.
That should be about everything we need to buy. Next is... Ooh, I'm getting kinda nervous.
What's wrong, Milani?
Next, I need to find my teacher and get the map to the island. Besides the ledge, it's full of strange symbols. Almost like it's a part of a big puzzle. The chief made several copies of the map and which brings us to today.
Whoa. Hearing that is also making Paimon feel...
Yes, but the thought of having you two by my side somehow makes me feel a lot better. We won't let Uncle...
That's right! Let's go and find him together!
Behold! The wind rises.
Afternoon, Uncle New. I have a big surprise for you.
A surprise? Then you must be here to finally pick up the map.
You saw right through me, as always.
Did you forget that you had mentioned these two to me before? The ones who went to the Night Kingdom with you. In some sense, you could say that you've already trusted each other with your lives. It's just that my feelings are a little complicated now.
Huh?
Do you think that I'm still not ready yet, Uncle New?
No, I believe you are the best guide in your generation. It's just that... after all,
Don't worry.
Yeah. This time I'll definitely be able to prove that Ko'olo is no better than Uncle New.
Don't misunderstand. Our mission as guides has never been to prove anything. There is only one thing we must do. Guide tourists safely to their destination.
I understand, Uncle.
In that case, you may have the map. Also, take this with you.
What is it?
It's a talisman. Take good care of it.
Was this made?
Right, which is precise.
You really know me best, Uncle New. All right. Traveler and Paimon, tomorrow we'll set off.
Yay!
There's no...
This thing is pure freedom in this.
It's about time to meet up now. Let's head to the spot Mualani mentioned.
Too slow. Quit following me. Behold! Too slow.
Traveler, Paimon, over here!
You're here, Mualani! Oh, and those strange scholars are here too.
Good morning, you two.
Morning!
So when are we leaving?
Seems you're as excited as a child before the start of our journey.
I just want to get down to business as soon as possible. You know this is no leisurely spring stroll, so I hope...
Don't worry, I'm a very professional guide. Our journey...
Yay!
First, do you all see the statue here?
Uh-huh. Is it an important clue?
Well, no, it's not a clue at all. He was the first chief of the people of the Springs who came back from the Mystery. The first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to our ancestors. This will...
Is there any theoretical basis to...
Theoretical basis? No, but my teacher taught me it... Very good.
Sure, but since...
Come on, everyone. Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps and witness your accomplishments.
It really feels like we're about to...
Now, please get ready. We're going to look for...
Speaking of which, where should we look for the clue?
At a place where many gather. Like a party.
Huh?
The wind rises.
Let's try not to disrupt them.
Wow, there are a lot of Kaholosaurs here.
As expected, the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs.
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs. But they often end up looking in the wrong direction. When the first chief created the map, he left a special mark for this part. It's a code that the tribe uses to indicate a herd of them. So it'll be impossible to...
You're a real pro.
But according to the information I've been able to find...
So let me tell you, it's almost like how, unless you're a guy...
This is a thing? I need to note this down right away and include an explanation.
According to what I've deciphered from the map, A clue is hidden.
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of Kaholasaur?
We'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them.
You mean we're going to have to walk through the Kaholasaur herd?
Given we've agreed to work together, everyone should do their part. However, Karia has been attacked by but it shouldn't be a problem at all for me.
No worries. We don't need everyone to go. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage, so we'll leave that to you two. Traveler, Paimon.
Is that so? Then that works out
And now I understand how much you care for your assistant scholar. Follow me and stay close. Oh no, we've been spotted. Let's back off and try again.
These Kaholasaurs sure seem on guard.
Kevin, you've already...
First of all, the Elder, and secondly...
But on what basis?
Okay. So...
Let Paimon think.
According to the map,
This is tricky.
Karia, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over between Varamdra and the others. I'm sure you must have some ideas of your own, so why don't you share them with us?
Me? All right. When Varamdra decided to look for leads on the Kaholasaurs, I wanted to help, and so I also looked up some information about the creatures. I discovered something very interesting, but...
Oh.
You can just call me...
In that case, please... Found it!
What's this?
The key to making our way through the herd. If the Kaholas... But this plant can... We can apply the plant...
So...
Don't worry. It's also good...
Oh, Paimon feels all wet and sloppy.
Perfect! Okay. Be sure to stay out of sight. What's that sound? Careful! Oh, it's just a young Kaholasaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger. How could there be so many here? We can't get through! Oh, I have an idea. Wait here. Come on! Careful! Don't startle them. Follow me and stay close. We must be getting close.
Look, a bunch of
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together and... Sounds like someone has been...
True, they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh? Do you see that on the rock?
I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signals released by Kaholasaurs. But to trigger... That must be the clue!
Should we take a picture?
Oh, the flash might disturb them. Let me try...
So we've passed the first stage of the...
I see. Had we chosen to drive the Kaholasaurs off, then we never would have found this lead.
Has he always been this way, Miss Karia?
He's just obsessed with his research.
At least this has shown that my judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness. And so, there should be no need for us to argue next time.
Yes, I understand. And I suppose that'll help us avoid wasting...
Ooh, Alani really knows how to lead our group.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to uncover...
Hard to tell. Paimon certainly doesn't have any idea what it's trying to...
Aha! I got it. Though the lines are kinda rough, I find our next destination...
Really? You got...
Well, intuition is all... Alright, break time is over. Let's...
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Too slow. Behold!
Okay, this is the place.
So, where do we go next?
I'm not completely sure yet. The map seems to indicate there's a mechanism here that crosses the water. But I still need to think about what these lines might be referring to.
I knew it! My theory was correct!
Sounds like he's got something to say again.
If you have any suggestions, then please feel free to share.
I believe the mechanism that the lines are indicating is a spirit way.
That is a possibility. But I don't remember anyone from the tribe setting up a spirit door around here.
According to my theory, it might not have been set up by humans. The dragons living in that land also used a similar device, long before the humans. Speaking of which, the spirit doors your tribe uses may have been built imitating the dragon ones.
Oh, I remember now. Uncle New did mention this possibility to me before.
After learning about the legend, I realized that it was connected to my research, and so I looked up a lot of related information. Even though I haven't found an exact route to the mysterious island, I'm fairly certain I've deduced the geographical features of the island's surrounding areas. Firstly, it's at an intersection between water and land, and secondly, there should be a high concentration of phlogiston. My research indicates that the Spirit Way was originally a natural phenomenon caused by the flow of phlogiston. Therefore, the area must contain many potential spirit ways, and the dragons who lived here in ancient times may have left behind some devices to control them.
Oh, amazing! Now it all makes sense.
Now everyone's contributing to the team.
You flatter me. If my theory is correct, we should already be very close to the mysterious island. Once you've unlocked the mechanism, we'll be able to derive the island's location.
All right. Then let's start searching for the dragon's spirit door.
That's just a quick and easy name. I won't be able to include it in my thesis. Given the dragons used the device long before the humans, we should stick with a name that references no human.
Then let's start searching for the phlogiston node. Speaking of which, what does it look like exactly?
If I'm not mistaken... Look that way!
Whoa! It started glowing! This should be it, right?
Looks like we can activate it once we get close enough. The light does remind me of a spirit way. But according to the map, there should be 2 more phlogiston nodes. Let's keep searching, everyone.
Swan Fury!
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
gold.
Paimon sees it! Oh, but it's way up high. We'll need to find a way up there.
Shine down!
We finally found all of them.
Great work, everyone! Okay, now first, we need to figure out how to control this thing. Its qualities are very similar to that of a man-made device, but it doesn't seem as intuitive to me.
Is there something wrong?
See, look at this. After activating a normal spirit door, we could just go ahead and use it. But this one requires someone to stay and keep operating it here. Also, according to the map, we need to activate the mechanism and switch between different phlogiston nodes to change the path of the spirit way. If we don't operate the nodes properly, then the people on the spirit way will come tumbling from the sky.
Isn't that super dangerous?
In theory, the process should be very safe, but only if the 3 phlogiston nodes are each being operated by someone.
Do you think you'd be able to operate it? I just tried, and it clearly requires more skill than a typical...
Though I've never tried before, I've read a lot of information and theoretically should be able to properly... Huh? But in theory, this...
If Verandra can control it, then that also rules...
Okay, well, how...
After all the adventures he's been on, handling something like this should be easy peasy.
All right. Then it'll be up to the Traveler to stay here and operate the phlogiston node. I'll let you know when we need to switch nodes. Just make sure you quickly head to the corresponding...
Wait, but handling it this way sounds even...
Don't worry. It looks like the spirit ways are all above the water. I'm pretty good at swimming.
But it's so high! And you'll be falling so fast!
Do you still remember the... Only those who can trust each other with their lives can reach the mysterious island. Since you two are willing to trust...
Alrighty. Please be careful.
Now switch to the spirit way on the right! Please, activate the next node!
Paimon heard Mualani shouting just now. Let's go find the node we need. We did it, Mualani!
Let's ride!
Mualani, we've taken care of the final node! Please be careful!
That was perfect.
You were amazing, Mualani! There were a couple of moments Paimon thought it was over.
I'm confident I could do it all over again. Wait, why are the phlogiston nodes no longer lit?
Oh no, you're right!
It appears the phlogiston nodes here need to automatically recharge. Once they're activated, they'll be unusable for some time.
In that case, no matter what happens next, we have to seize our chance. Otherwise, who knows how long we'll have to wait for another shot.
Do you hear that?
The weather's getting gloomy, and a bunch of whirlpools just appeared in the water!
Yes, we need to get to higher ground and take a look. Hey, look over there!
Whoa! There's a giant whirlpool over there!
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Huh? What do you mean?
The info I deciphered from the map points to only one possibility. To reach the mysterious island, we must enter that massive whirlpool.
No way!
Forgive me for being frank, but as a guide of the people of the Springs, I'm sure you understand the danger of such a vortex even better than we do.
Yes, I know. But whether it's the information deciphered from the map, or the direction of the spirit way that I observed in the air, everything points to the path ahead being hidden in that whirlpool.
And what if you're wrong?
Parandra.
I'm not trying to be unreasonable. Unfortunately, I'm very knowledgeable in this area. The spirit waves must have affected the nearby bodies of water and lowered the water level. That's why the whirlpools appeared. At this rate, some of the land that was once underwater will soon reappear at the surface and see the light of day again. Don't you think that sounds more like the definition of a mysterious island? So, our goal should be the shallow waters. If we enter that vortex, the undercurrents will drag us to the bottomless abyss.
He does seem to have a point.
I can't find any evidence to refute your claim for the moment, but I still trust my judgment.
Then it seems like it's time for our collaboration to come to an end.
But didn't we all agree to trust each other?
I have reached this conclusion based on my field of expertise, and I cannot deny it, even if you try to convince me otherwise. From now on, let us each choose our own way.
No, I refuse.
You!
Letting your clients separate themselves from the group in the middle of a journey will result in the worst luck possible. I will not agree to that.
Then we can implement the plan I proposed at the very beginning. You're not my guide, and as such, you don't have to take responsibility for me.
Oh, but you can't do that once you've traveled together as a group. If you were to leave now, we'll all be hit with bad luck. It's now beyond both our control. How about this? You and Karia wait here. We'll go first and investigate the whirlpool. I know you like to explain everything with theories and logic, so let me build my case first, and then I'll come back to convince you.
Well,
Traveler, Paimon, let's get going.
If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark.